And will I be able to take my eyes off of the two sweaters worn by these lovely coaches? I mean, you seriously try to watch this game and not see that bright green on the sideline.
I'm just looking at the eyes right now. It's Oakland winning the tip, coming out wearing the home white. And Michigan State wearing the road black. Shooting has been an issue for the Golden Grizzlies. And first shot off the mark there by D.K. Cole, offensive rebound. Isaiah Jones getting his first start of the season, had that one punched by Jackson Kohler. Starting lineup for Michigan State. We got Jeremy Fears Jr., the redshirt freshman, running the point. Inside, Michigan State trying to take advantage of the size, and Kohler, first bucket of the game for Michigan State. There's the starting five for Oakland. Talked about Isaiah Jones, number 7, getting his first start of the season. He missed 6 games with a broken foot. They wanted to get him back on the floor here early.
It's funny to hear Coach Campy talking about, hey, he's limping a little bit. I feel like if we get him out in games, he'll start feeling better. And it's so true. That's just how it goes.
Alan McCabe had that one stripped away. Good defensive play there by Kohler inside. Fears Jr. probing, picks up his dribble.
Now, you watch this zone, it's weird because there are passes that are available that you think are risky passes, like a chest pass through. Like that high-low right there is typically not something that you get against the zone, but they really space out the zone, force you to throw over the top, and really want you to drive gaps and take that 15-footer that typically is the shot you don't really want to take.
Shimon Zapala, the 7-footer from Poland, with that bucket. A 4-0 start for Michigan State. Kohler has made an impact on both ends of the floor. 2 blocks, 2 points, and that assist on that last bucket. This is Jason Woodrich. He will pull from 3. And another offensive rebound by Isaiah Jones.
This thing, Oakland's going to take some threes. You really have to have yourself in position to rebound.
Cole had it blocked. A deep 2 now. That one rims out. And Kohler, he has been a force already for the Spartans. Holloman with a hand in his face will miss that 3. Another board for Jones. So we talked about shooting being an issue for the Golden Grizzlies. 0 for 6 to start this game. They came in 25% shooting on the season from downtown.
And the ones that hurt the most are when you get an offensive rebound and you can't get anything out of it.
This is Woodrich. Majok on the floor. Yeah, that one's going to be
think about. And there's a lot of layers beneath the surface to everything you get from them, particularly the conversation about Campy being there for 41 years and not taking another opportunity. I think there's a lot of truth and perspective in his answers.
A foul on the rebound. As Apollo,
where it makes you turn the basketball over. It disrupts the rhythm of the game. And it's a new team for Oakland. And you got so many new pieces that they have to learn how to play a disruptive defense, yet find rhythm on the other end. And to me, it reminds me a little bit about Syracuse under Jim Boeheim, where they played that zone, yet if they don't suck the rhythm out of the game, I think it's a balance that they're going to have to figure out.
Jalen Jones is really their only true point guard. He now comes off the bench on the floor for the Golden Grizzlies.
There's not a lot of those anymore, true point guards.
There's Cole, nothing but nylon, and Oakland's on the board.
Greg Campy said he's got to be a good shooter.
Reach-in foul called against Makuba.
A lot about how connected these guys are, how together they are, and every team's different. It's just hard to find that anymore. He's got guys that have been around. He's got guys that understand what he's all about. Jace Richardson's another one. He understands the history.
Cole in deep. Black jerseys around, and will kick it out to Jones. Penetrating. Has that one blocked by Xavier Booker. There's Jace Richardson with the teardrop, too strong. Booker tips it out and gets the offensive board. Akins will pull it. Got it.
Like Michigan State's going to start to wake up, but where they really need to wake up the most is on the defensive end. Ball reversal, shot goes up, and sometimes they're tougher shots where you're still in rotation, but you have to anticipate to the point where you can get in rebounding position.
The quality sign for Michigan State on that possession was the motor for Xavier Booker, keeping it alive. Going to the rim, getting all the way there. Alan Makuba, a graduate student from Belgium. Coach told us he could be a tight end in the NFL one day.
I'm not going to argue with that either.
Loose ball. Back-to-back threes for Jaden Akins.
That's where you really have to be careful if you're Oakland in that zone, scrambling and chasing to the point where you gamble. If you gamble, you get beat against Michigan State.
Makeba in close.
Jeez.
And he's got those wide shoulders. Another bucket.
Footwork, too. Solid footwork.
Cohen Carr just out-jumps everybody. But it's tipped away. Oakland with numbers. 3-on-2. Jones rising up. And he'll be fouled.
It is really stifling in that regard. And Michigan State a little bit more familiar with it. Tom Izzo even goes so far as to say Greg Campy doesn't even know what they do half the time, and it's not an insult. They love each other.
And you know what Greg Campy said to that? He said he's right.
He's right. Yeah, I know. That was the funniest part about it.
Michigan State with a 1-point lead. We played almost 6 minutes here in Detroit. Richardson cut off by Jones. Still gets to the rim. Had that one blocked, but it's going to be a goaltend.
He's a one-and-doner, and he's going to make billions of dollars playing basketball. It means he's the perfect guy for Tom Izzo. I've watched him all season, and just the interactions, the body language, the buy-in, the feel he's got. I feel like he's the next Cassius Winston for Tom Izzo. Different player.
A hard take as Makeba is fouled by Book. Not right now. Not right now, but at some point. I'm going to let you think about it.
Yeah,
I just hope you didn't get dunked on.
Oh, no, that's the one part of the scout I paid attention to, how not to get dunked on. I either fouled or got out of the way. It's called smart.
Here's Richardson with a shot clock at 9, directing traffic. Oakland wanted to travel instead. It's Cohen Carr. Back to Richardson. Shot clock at 2, and he will draw the whistle.
They're playing the best basketball at this point in the season, unquestionably to me. I just thought when they space out, Janai Broome plays around the perimeter, and those guys have room to work. They are lethal. And maintaining that and the adjustments that the SEC will make, we'll see. But now will they go like Braden Smith beard is? I couldn't grow a thick one like that at his age.
Shot clock's at 3. And a travel
that to you, right? What you're getting is different than what you're used to getting, so it really disrupts, again, I'll say it again, the rhythm of the game. And it almost forces you into mistakes because you're not sure if what you're doing is right. And the picket fences over there.
Nassim Mashur off the bench, trying to get it inside, had that one deflected. Still gets inside to Makuba. Backing down on Kohler. The hook shot. Battle. Akins in transition.
Greg Campy's mad because they ran the picket fences to perfection. And Jones didn't dribble the ball over to the left to get to the open shooter. That was the last possession down floor. That's what he's upset about. He talked a lot about the fact that they run a lot of sets. And when you get something out of it, you better find the guy.
Jones goes baseline. And it's Carr pulling down the board for the Spartans. Fears, nobody stopped the ball. But now has it tipped away. 3rd turnover for Michigan State here in this first half. Greg Campy told us with those 10 days he had off, he put more plays into the playbook this week to be ready for this game against Michigan State. Into the corner, Akins. And on the rebound, Jackson Kohler. It'll be fast.
Hoosiers guy, the movie, Gene Hackman, Hoosiers.
That was not in my go-to rotations in their last 4 possessions.
And it's not even like they're forcing turnovers. Again, the zone doesn't give you anything normal, so it disrupts what you're used to. It's a really tough one to explain.
Ten on the shot clock. Cole with a kick out. He'll find Craggs off the mark from 3. Fears calls for it back. Now tells his big man to get into the post. He finds him Zapala. Inside, outside. Michigan State with a good ball movement. Fears with his leaner. And he will draw the whistle. He knocks them both down. As Michigan State up by 4.
I mean, even the shot that Fears took is kind of what Greg Campy's okay with. Remember, he said we're going to give that shot. The last thing you want to do is foul on that shot.
Isaiah Jones getting his first start today back on the floor. Akeba has that one pinned by the 7-footer Zapala. Fiddler in transition. And Kohler, how active has he been in this first half for Michigan State?
Yeah, I mean,
Kohler ready with 4 boards. And that has been the focus of his game this offseason. Trying to be more effective on the glass, and that has helped Michigan State to a 6-point lead.
Just active, right? He's been active on both sides of the ball. And I look at communication as a big example of that.
Oh, Christie. His foot was on the line, so that's just a 2. Here's Kohler from deep. And now Oakland looking to run. Jones will dump it off the DQ. Cole. And he nails a 3. All of a sudden, Oakland, the outside shots are starting to fall.
I mean, that's just kind of how it goes, right? Made shots. I want to say contagious, infectious, maybe is a better word. Transition as the defense is retreating. He's able to step it. That's a more of a higher percentage shot because of the rhythm created in the movement.
We talked about this confusing zone defense by Oakland. They forced 6 turnovers already.
Also, the zone evolves throughout the game. So it evolves based on what you do. So as you adjust or counter what they're doing, the zone adjusts.
Jones is cut off baseline. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Golden Grizzlies. Jones puts on the brakes, turnaround. That's a tough one. He's tipped out of bounds off. If you're Michigan State, how do you solve this defense?
I think you got to look at the post in short corners, look at skipping back out, and then attack the closeouts. From there, it comes down to making shots you should make. Now, if you get those, yeah, you make enough of them. But the ball has to get inside and back out. The rotations will, I should say, how they scramble will identify your options. But this Oakland zone does a good job of spacing wide. So it almost forces just to move the ball around. And you can ball screen it all you want. It's not going to work. Greg Campy knows that. There's another one.
Cole knocking down a 3, and Oakland their first lead of the game, up to an 8-0 run.
Not a lot of zones extend their pressure out there. Look, you're going to ball screen. You're just going to kind of switch. They communicate. It's just difficult to figure out.
Inside they go. Kohler with the mismatch makes them pay.
It happens, but in a way, I mean, look at Greg Camp. He's like, okay. Like, he's not terribly worried about that. In a way, he's not worried about the things that are hard to replicate on the offensive end. It's always trying to convince coaches. Sometimes things happen.
Look at that quick trigger. As Christie goes to the deck, he'll be fouled.
Yeah, free throws, huh? Where are they in free throw shooting, huh?
62% on the season as a team. As Christie goes 1 of 3. Zapala was open underneath. Instead, Michigan State running the offense.
I think Greg Campy's right. You just can't ball screen this offense and think it's going to work.
Carr, 2 seconds on the shot clock. Holloman has to get it up. And Fiddler the offensive rebound. Richardson step back. That's just a 2. And he misses everything. Under 7 minutes to play here in this first half. Oakland up by 1. Makeba finds the cutting Jones. Get that out of here. Cohen Carr. Kick out. Cole. 6 blocks already, but Oakland active. Pinned. There's number 7. Outlet.
Oh, Lord. Oh, wow.
And Cole tipped it up and in.
Hey, it's pretty funny when someone's so freakishly athletic that just when they jump, he didn't dunk it or anything. I was still impressed.
This whole place rose up, ready to erupt.
Oh, man. It is impressive. His bounce is incredible. And his body now is impressive, too. He's really grown a lot over the past year.
Carr go up and said, I'm getting out of the way.
Yes, that's smart. Look, a few ways to end up on YouTube. Getting dunked on is not one of the ones I choose.
Makeba at the elbow. Michigan State's defense collapsed around him. Puts up the shot anyway. In and out, no good. Booker knocks down the 3-ball. He worked on his shooting with this 10-day layoff. And Michigan State with a 4-point lead.
If he plays with a sense of urgency, he'll be one of the best players on the floor on any given night. And the coaching staff will tell you that. They'll say he's the greatest guy in the world, but sometimes you want to light a fire.
There's Booker with the rebound. Tom Izzo said sometimes with Xavier Booker, he just needs to slow things down.
And get mad.
That shot is blocked there by Makeba.
It's funny how there are guys that you say you need to play with less emotion, right? Maintain passion, but less emotion. Those two things are different, by the way. And Booker's one of those ones where we want you to be emotional. We want you to have a fire.
Shot clock at 4. Oh, what a shot by DQ Cole. He's got 12 points to lead the way for Oakland. That's that corner shot that they will give you.
They'll give you that one, too.
They'll give you that one, too.
I mean, I grew up working on pull-up jumpers, but by the time you get to the college level, everything is a pull-up fadeaway, right? Everything is contested. And sometimes there's rhythm in contested shots, but when you're open, it's almost harder.
Heat check. Yep. Why not? DQ Cole up to 15 points in this first half.
There can't be said that. He's got to just shoot it.
Okay. And the response by Xavier Booker.
That's the problem with Oakland making shots, and even the quick ones. It allows Michigan State to play with a little better tempo, and that favors Michigan State. Good trail by Fiddler.
Under 3 minutes to play here in this first half. It has been a tight one throughout. Corner 3-ball short. And the board to Richardson. Holloman had that one tipped away. Cooper cutting. Well, miscommunication.
They're just stupid. I would just kind of little hip check onto the baseline to take the lob away, because the scout showed us how bad you looked if you got dunked on. That was enough motivation for me to not let it happen. Don't get me wrong, they had their way with us for the most part.
There's Christie, and he nails the 3.
You have Cole and Christie on the floor. Those are two great spacers and tough shot takers. That changes what you do defensively.
Oakland came in shooting 25% as a team from deep. They are 50% in this first half. Inside close is Jackson Kohler with 2 more.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Kohler right now is the first team all want to play with him, don't want to play against him type of guy. I mean,
look at that stat line for the first half. 8 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks. Christie's got that quick trigger. Left it short, but he gets off the deck to find the ball in his lap. And he misses again, but it's tipped right to Nassim Mashore, the freshman from Dearborn, Michigan.
I like Kohler wants it. I give it to him. I like that. I like the skip pass. I mean, you watch the scramble, you get open shots.
There's a deep 2, and that's playing into the defense of Oakland.
To a degree. That was good ball movement. Ball movement creates rhythm. Okay.
Look at this deep one.
Jeez almighty. Those unanticipated, or i.e. bad shots, are really hard to rebound because you're not really anticipating it going up.
9 offensive rebounds this first half for Oakland with under a minute to play.
Picket fences.
Mashore, step back 3. And a preview of Oklahoma, Michigan on a Wednesday night on the Kay Jewelers halftime report. Tom Izzo, a.k.a. The Great.
You want to move the basketball. You want to get a good shot. There's no real reason to hold it too long. Get the best shot you could possibly get. I don't want to see a late clock bad shot. I think you wait to attack, and then you end up settling for a bad one.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Pierce Jr. will use the screen. Now it's at 5. Gets into the paint. Wraparound pass. And Booker will be fouled going up.
It's good. I think they're going to find it a little bit more in the second half. You develop some sense of a comfort or familiarity, at least, with what you're attacking. And Oakland's just made a ton of shots. I mean, something they've struggled to do till this point. And quickly.
The handoff is to Christie. Gets a lot of attention. Now DQ Cole will be fouled on the floor. No shot. They get it into Cole. Double team. Just throws it up. And that's how the first half.
Gonna let it happen. On the other end, they got green lights.
It'll be the Spartans starting with the ball, wearing the road black to start this second half. Inside they go to Jackson Kohler, who was the best player on the floor for the Spartans in that first half. And it's Jones with the board. Oakland playing at the pace they want, slowing things down, keeping this a low-scoring affair.
It comes down to shot making. They run their sets. They're taking late clock shots, but that's what's keeping them in this game.
DQ Cole trying to get some space, the fadeaway, and he misses everything. Seven-footer coming through, and Zapala will get to the free throw line. Michigan State, as of late, is doing something they normally don't do. They have been getting to the free throw line, making 1 of 2 there, and a 2-point lead here early on in the second half. 6 of 8 from the line Michigan State is so far today.
It can't be said. With what they do defensively, they really don't foul a ton.
Spin move, double team, blocked by Zapala. Kick out, 3-ball, Woodrich. And Fears Jr. leading the break for Michigan State. Once again, Oakland, good transition defense, not allowing fast break points. As Holloman stopping on a dime, puts it in.
Just watching Michigan State, when the ball gets up to those corners, it really flattens the defense out. They want to stay wide. Oakland stays wide. There are opportunities to drive it to the middle of the paint, just create something, whether it's for yourself or somebody else.
Jones spins into the D, and he will draw the whistle.
This year, I think there's obvious vulnerability, but they're different, right? Kind of like North Carolina, so different. They don't have a key big. There's an adjustment period that may take a little bit of this season.
Kohler banging.
Yeah.
He said weight room. 10 points for the big guy.
I don't know. I don't know who wins in the weight room on that one. If I could switch bodies with anybody, it's McCabe. Maybe Cohen Carr. I don't know about that. Number 1 all-time. Hate to play against, would love to play with, for sure.
Spin move off the mark. Backside rebound. Another block there by Zapala. Fears Jr. Oh, volleyball spiked.
Goes to show that was a transition opportunity, a real one. And it was taken away pretty quickly.
Aikens undercut, and he goes to the deck hard.
As a fan, after getting beat by them twice earlier in the year.
Michigan State, 7-point lead, largest lead for the Spartans tonight. McCabe with 3 fouls. The crowd wanted to travel. It's a turnover.
Come on.
You gonna get one for Christmas?
I had one on 2 days ago. My 3-year-old's birthday. He wanted a Grinch birthday party. He wanted breakfast for dinner, which was brilliant. And we all wore Grinch sweaters and pajamas.
You're a good dad.
So I got it.
Kohler double teamed. Fears Jr. will try from deep, straight on, long rebound. Goes to Cole. And a travel is called. Greg Campy.
There's just like, I love Coach Izzo. I always have, even when I competed against him. Just loved and appreciated him. He definitely has that Grinch factor. Like, the thing is, his heart is definitely 3 times bigger than anybody else's. And that's the part that people don't know about. That frustration comes from just how difficult it is to attack this defense. I have to give Oakland and Greg Campy credit for putting together such what I'll call, and this is great with great respect, a weird defense. It's just hard to simulate, hard to prepare for. You just have to play and figure it out.
Richardson knocks in the 3. A 10-1 run for Michigan State.
A good baseline runner. And he really lined it up well. Now he's got the task of covering Christie, who's got that green light. Yep.
And Christie, nothing but nylon at the other end. Fears Jr. trying to speed up this game. Inside Zapala fighting. What a battle that has been.
Come down the other end and answer. And then you have pockets where there's no score. That time Jones stayed with him through the whole baseline.
Booker double team, 4 on the shot clock, and he'll be fouled and get a trip to the free throw line.
Than others, right? This is a physical, grueling, grinding, lack of rhythm contest. It's probably not his game, but he is going to get some 3 opportunities to capitalize on that in the first half. 9 points for Xavier Booker. We played 5 minutes here in the second half. Christie sets the feet. Jeez. You got to get a hand in that face. You got to get a hand in his hip, right? Like, you can't lose him. 12 points now for Christie. I love the green light, though, because they're actually running stuff for him. And if he doesn't get it, the ball moves. But the idea is if you can get a shot off, it's a good look. Hook shot left short. And Majok with the rebound. See, Oakland just, again, dictating pace. Dictating tempo. Limiting rhythm. Good D by Richardson. Staying on the hip of Christie. Now it's Jones getting downhill and somehow through the contact finishes. This is going to be the best defensive team we will play all season. And this is a team that played Kansas earlier this year. Yeah, but there are pockets you could attack. I mean, their Fiddler on a closeout just didn't get wide, didn't use his length. And Jones is able to get to the basket. Fiddler going baseline. He's cut off.
And he'll turn it over, and then the foul committed by Fierce Jr.
Driven to the basket to send a cutter to see who occupies the cutter, if anybody does. Right? A lot of times this Oakland defense has stayed wide. But just send a cutter, see who occupies the cutter, and see what opens up on a kick out.
Jones off the penetration, and he'll be fouled by Richardson.
Does defensively and their ability to just dictate the game. Michigan State's the better team, but they have to play the game according to their opponent, at least for the moment.
Richardson inside in the post. The defense will collapse. And back-to-back turnovers for Michigan State, as Oakland with the ball down 3. Jones uses the screen. Now it's time for DQ Cole to go to work with the shot clock winding down. Step back 3, too strong. And the board to Holloman. Akins. Good rebound by Cohen Carr. An extra chance for the Spartans. Akins hanging, takes the bump and finishes.
Two things I love about that play. Number one is just elevating and absorbing the contact. The second is the no call. That's the greatest thing we figured out over the last few years outside of that new block charge rule from last year. Thank God we went to that. But the right to verticality, plays at the rim. That was good defense, just a better offense. Cappy's trying to preserve there on the phone, but these guys, 83 and 84. What were you doing in 83 and 84? Being born?
I was born in 84.
Body training.
Akins fouled. And Christie says, wait, who, me?
It's been built by others.
And when we asked Greg Kampe today about why he has stayed at Oakland for so many years, he said, I've had opportunities. Yeah. I could have taken an assistant job in the NBA. He said, I never wanted that middle job. He said, if a big-time program offered me, okay. But he said, I love being here at Oakland.
Sometimes the numbers jump out, and that jumps out to me. Like, that is a commitment on a level you can't comprehend. You think about the things Tom Izzo's going through at that institution and what he represents in terms of leadership. Please understand that this is a man. Richardson, you got Mateen Cleaves, one of his favorites.
Offensive putback.
One of his favorites of all time for a reason. Great leader. Not the best player, like unquestionably, not the best player he's ever coached, but the best leader.
Active hands by Akins, but it stays with Oakland.
Not just having one or two guys that are so far and above or the portal. That's an amazing green light, by the way.
You're jealous?
I mean,
watch out! Anytime something involves Cohen Carr, this place gets buzzing. And a push out of bounds.
This erupts. And by the way, crowd has been really good.
This has been a good.
Just they haven't had as much reason to really get into it. Obviously, heavily Michigan State.
Cole missing that one short.
All right. Good transition D. You can't say enough about that. That is great transition D. Now they get set.
Carr had that one rejected by McCabe. His fourth block.
McCabe's got the foul.
Low shimmy shake. Excuse me, he's playing with 4 fouls. Yes. What a dime inside by Jones as McCabe finishes it off. Inside, Zapawa finds Kohler. He's got 14 points now.
Kohler, if he could do it all over again, regardless of the presence of McCabe, he's got 4 fouls. You've got to turn into him.
A 10-point lead for Michigan State. Under 10 minutes to play in the second half.
Just watch Cole and Christie. They're really looking to come off the screens.
They were trying to find Christie. Defense closed out on him. Cole, 1 second on the shot clock, had it blocked. Up and under. What a move for Jaden Akins. Tickets can come to see them here in Detroit for this game every year.
I think it's special too for Oakland. I mean, to be able to play this game year in, year out, it's competitive. There have been some games that are really competitive. I remember the year 2015, Denzel Valentine, that was an overtime game, if not double overtime, if I'm remembering correctly.
Cross-court pass to Jones, and a backside rebound. Christie.
There it is.
That green light is shining bright. 15 points.
If there's one guy on the floor that can do a three-point celebration, it'll be Christie.
Carr. Zapawa. And Christie pulls it down. It felt like Michigan State was starting to pull away.
Yeah. I think there's a value for guys like Christie and even Cole when they're shooting well anywhere in the country. Like for that. Like, even if he misses, it changes how you defend.
Michigan State with numbers. And a reach-in foul called on Cole.
It is. I think the green light helps too, right? The green light opens up opportunities that other teams just don't allow, right? Like, there's a freedom there that I think is interesting. But then there's the other side, which is the way they play defense. This one's going up.
Christie. Here's Junior. Nobody stops ball. He goes all the way to the rim. And Booker on his 4th attempt will be fouled.
I think it's a good crowd, though. That's a really good crowd.
I think
Lower
so.
bowl's full. It's a great arena, too. We were just saying that at the break.
Jones will pop from the wing and nail the 3. Oakland not going away, down 10.
And again, if they get back, they make threes. I think you get Christie back in soon because he really makes things difficult defensively where you have to chase so hard. And the sets are more effective when you have a floor spacer.
Into the teeth of the defense, Booker, that mid-range shot. And Booker, look at that motor, the tip-in goes.
They may get basket interference on that, but nothing.
13 points now for Xavier Booker. Jones just hit that from the same spot.
Yep.
Back-to-back threes.
It's amazing how you just shoot it with a better confidence when you see one go down.
Booker, he'll let one fly.
And that purpose was defined. Sometimes guys get the ball and they're like, oh, I'm open. Can't believe I shoot 20%. Like, there's a reason.
Jump in the passing lane. Fears Jr. with the penetration, throws it up, tipped out. 4 on the shot clock. Zapawa had it down, knocked away. Booker from the corner. 3-ball goes. $16 points tonight for Booker, who averages just over 6. And there's a turnover.
I'll take it 30 feet from the basket, please.
It's amazing how Makeba has been playing through 4 fouls for most of the second half.
He's done a really good job.
Clear out, and Booker rocks the rim. Largest lead of the night for Michigan State.
I just felt like the second half would be different because Michigan State would start to figure some things out. One's been that baseline runner.
Makeba couldn't finish that one in close. Booker scored the last 9. Fears Jr. off the window. The Michigan State bench asking for the crowd to get loud. Richardson will get to the free throw line as Michigan.
Told you earlier, as you really watch the rotations, the different personnel groupings, he got a deep team.
A 9-0 run for the Spartans. Cole with some space, elbow jumper, and it rattles in. Tough. 17 points for DQ Cole. Booker, here comes the double. He's looking to get rid of it. Finds Kohler. He's doubled underneath. This swarming zone is everywhere.
It became really the framework in so many ways for Tom Izzo. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Jason Richardson, Zach Randolph, Team Cleaves, great leader, NBA player. Charlie Bell was a great player.
Rolling off the rim. Another offensive rebound for Isaiah Jones. This is a guy who had a broken foot, and they said he was limping coming into the game. He's moved around pretty good.
Well, great, can't be said. We just got to get him out there. I think he'll start feeling better. I think he's on to something. Special in their own way. Cohen Carr is something else.
Kohler's calling for it. He will turn and face. Mid-range 2 off. And that one's off of Carr.
Is late immediately. You got to adjust and adapt a little bit. Kind of level up to the game. He has gotten his body right, and he started to figure out how to influence the game with his athleticism, but play with skill. You know, development and being around with the same team, that helps.
Jump in the passing lane. Here's Richardson. Look out below. Atkins. He's got 16 now.
He got a quiet 16.
Largest lead of the night for Michigan State. Akins trying to get another steal. Jones corrals it. Here's his Euro as it's blocked by Kohler. And a goaltend call, bucket counts.
You understand what you're facing. And I also think the second half, they've attacked in a 4-on-4 situation in transition where you may not have, quote, numbers, but you got space to attack.
Michigan State has opened this game up over the last 4 minutes with a 13-2 run.
Well, Greg Campy says the best defense they're going to face probably all year.
Christie with the dump off.
At the half for Oakland, it makes sense.
Off the bench, that Xavier Banks with the and one.
I don't care. Even if you're wrong, we can correct that. The key is to talk. You'll just understand the game better. You'll learn how to hide deficiencies when you communicate.
If you're Michigan State, what do you take away from a game like this? It's a defense that you're not going to see much throughout the season.
Yeah, no.
Cooper gets that one to go.
I think there's a lot you can clean up. There's a sense of urgency you've got to play with earlier in the game, defensively, as they did in the second half here. You know, if you watch a Michigan State shoot-around, there's a sense of urgency to that shoot-around. You've got to be able to transition to the game with the same sense of urgency.
Cole, a deep one. Blocked by Cooper, but a foul is called.
AstroTurf, Barry Sanders.
On anything.
Yeah, but there's something, like his wiggle on AstroTurf was like, it was almost dangerous.
Sanders.
By the way, with gigantic shoulder pads on, too.
Bembry with the spin move. Oh, watch out.
Like, there's a guy who never really yeah. Yeah. Good for them. Good for the Lions. Dan Campbell's done a great job. I think questioned him early. Get it.
Crowd wanted him to shoot again. Cooper has that one rejected. Whoa.
Their heads.
Times have changed.
Yep.
Final seconds in this one. Sanders.
Get it. Get it. And look at the bench for Michigan State. That's what you pay the most attention to. These guys love it. They love each other, and I think ultimately that's going to be what helps maximize the potential of this group.
Brembry with the hard take, and he will get fouled. Offensive rebound, final seconds, and